in this video, we're going to talk about a dilation. So what is a dilation? A dilation is a special type of transformation that changes the size of the object but preserves the shape and the orientation. So you want to think about it as if you were using a copy machine and you were making a picture either bigger or smaller. The size of it's changing, but the shape remains the same. So shape would be like you're still seeing the same thing. You're not looking and seeing like when you go to those like fun houses where your head, and you look in those mirrors where your head is like body, like bigger than your body, and like vice versa, or you get really long and skinny. So your shape is going to stay the same, and the orientation means that it's facing the same direction. It's not twisted or rotated or turned. And so when we make a shape bigger, we call that an enlargement. And when we make a shape smaller, we call that a reduction. And the scale factor, which is denoted, which we just write as K, so like K equals, K means scale factor, indicates the type of dilation. So, and the K will be written next to your formula, which I'll talk about in just a second. So if your K value, if your scale factor is between 0 and 1, so I'm looking right here, okay, you're going to get a reduction. Something is going to get smaller. But if your K value is a number that's bigger than 1, then you're going to get an enlargement. Your picture or your object or whatever you're dilating is going to get bigger. And when you're talking about scale factor in the rule or the formula, usually it's just K times X and K times Y is going to tell you how much bigger your shape needs to be. So I have a couple examples for you to kind of go over how this works. So my first one, I drew out this triangle QRS, and I labeled the points for you. And I'm telling you that the scale factor here is 1/2. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to find our new points after we do the dilation. So to indicate a new point, we use this, like, it looks like a comma kind of, but we say this as prime. So this is said Q prime. And Q prime means my new point. So it's my new point of Q. So after I do my transformation, in this case a dilation with a scale factor of 1/2, the point that's associated with Q, the old Q, is the new Q, Q prime. So what I do is I literally just take this half and I multiply it by my points. So Q prime is going to be 1/2 times -6 and 1/2 times -4. So I multiply that out. Half of -6 is -3. Half of -4 is -2. Okay, R prime. So R prime, I'm going to come here and I'm going to take half of 2 and I'm going to take half of 10. Okay, so what's half of 2? Half of 2 is 1 and half of 10 is 5. And if I want to find my new S point, or S prime, I take 1/2 of -8 and I take 1/2 of 6. So half of -8 is going to give me -4, and half of 6 is going to give me 3. And you can actually go ahead and plot these points. So we'll plot them in pink. So I'm at -3, -2. This is going to be my Q prime. I'm at 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be my R prime. And S prime is -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1, 2, 3 here. And you can see that your shape is half the size that it was. Okay, so then they want to know, well, what's the rule? How did I get from my original point to my new point? Well, my scale factor was K. Like I said, you're going to write K times X and K times Y as your ordered pair for your rule. So your rule here is 1/2, or your scale factor is 1/2. So I write 1/2 X and 1/2 Y. That's how I find my new points. Let's try one more. Okay, so here I have another triangle, and I first want you to find, with the scale factor of 2, my new points A prime, B prime, and C prime, and write the rule. So now I just take my scale factor and I multiply it by everything. So my A prime, oh, let me use a different color. How about blue? So A prime, I take 2 times 4, and 2 times 4 gives me 8, 8. For C prime, I take 2 times 6, and 2 times negative 2, that's going to give me 12. Oops, since I'm in C, 12 and negative 4. And then for B prime, I get negative 2 times 2 and negative 2 times 2 gives me negative 4 and negative 4. Okay, so I'm going to do this one in green. So I'm at 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's my first point, A prime. C prime is going to be 12, so I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Here's C prime. And B prime is negative 4, negative 4. Here, B prime, so you can see that this shape is twice as big. Okay, and what's my rule? Well, I took 2 times all my x values and 2 times all my y values. That's it. That's how a dilation works. So really, a dilation is just making the shape bigger or smaller by whatever scale factor they give you. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.